You are welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Miraki Aki and you're welcome to my channel. My channel is all about beauty and lifestyle. If you're interested in all that, please definitely consider subscribing. Okay, today's video I'm going to be showing you my detailed highlight and contour routine. Okay, so stay tuned and watch as I snatch my face to sculpt the face. So I've already gone ahead to apply my foundation, and the foundation I used was the Josham Beauty foundation. This is a Cameroonian brand, as you saw in my last video. This is the foundation that I made use of. And so to highlight, I'm going to be using just two tools. So first I'm going to be using, of course, my concealers, and I'm going to be using my beauty blenders. To highlight, I love using beauty blenders to blend in my highlighters than brushes. Okay, I just find it best using my beauty blender. So for highlight, I'm going to be using this ZKL Second Skin. This is the prime. This is the, I'm calling it the primer, guys. So this is the concealer I'm going to be using to highlight. So yeah, highlight, this is what you do. You want to place your concealer here in an upside down triangle form. I have a wider nose, so I try to bring my concealer a little bit into my nose. So I'm doing an upside down triangle like so. I apply some here under my chin, and then I apply some on my small forehead. Okay, so these are the points you highlight. So what is highlight? Basically, when you apply foundation, you end up looking like, sometimes looking like it makes you look dull. You look like you're really dull. So highlight basically just brings back the light into your face, if I can explain it like that. Then I also bring some of that concealer on the ridge of my nose, like so, on the ridge of my nose. So these are the places where I highlight. So I'm using a concealer that is one shade above me. So I also go ahead to do this. This is optional anyway. So I'm going to start by blending this one I applied down here anyway. So this ZKL concealer is actually so nice. It easily blends into my skin. It blends like butter, actually. It blends in so easily. Can you guys see? Just barely one touch on the concealer and it blends down so fast. Yeah. So what I usually do is, I don't want any harsh line to be around here. Okay, so I usually go ahead to blend just the edges where the concealer ends. I go ahead to blend the edges of that concealer, just the edges. Okay, I blend just the edges to avoid harsh lines. I just blend the edges, just the edges, guys, just the edges. To the top, I blend just the edges while leaving the concealer itself in the middle. Leaving the concealer would actually really depend on how fast drying that concealer is. Had it been you're using the Maybelline Age Rewind, I would not really recommend you do this. I would recommend when you apply on any spot, you go ahead and blend immediately, because the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer or the ColourPop concealers, they dry down super fast. But this one is kind of on the moist side, so it kind of takes time to dry down. So it gives me some more time to actually go ahead and blend later on. So to contour, I'm using Issa and Do's contouring cream concealer that in the shade Dark Cocoa. I'm going to be using that to contour. So I'll just be taking some of that, and then I'm contouring. This is where you place your contour, guys. Do you guys see where my ear starts, my earlobe? So I'm skipping my, yeah. So I'm bringing it down this way. I'm not applying it down here. I'm applying it above. And when I'm blending, I'll make sure I blend upwards. So can you guys see? I've ended just where my eye begins, and that is where I'm going to blend and end. So I pull it upwards. That is it. To contour, you measure from your earlobe, you bring it down, and then you slide it down upwards, not downwards. Okay? When you bring your contour downward, it makes your face tired. It makes your face look tired. It brings your face down rather than lifting it up. And the idea of sculpting and highlighting and contouring, the idea is to make your face sculpted and lifted, if I'm explaining well. Okay, so for my nose, I'm going to be taking some of that down like this and down. So yeah, you also bring some down your nose, and then sometimes I like to just put some dots all around my forehead. I don't really contour my forehead that much. Okay, so some people actually go ahead to blend in their highlights before they go ahead to blend their contour, but I'm going to actually blend my contour first before I blend my highlights later. This is so that when I blend my contour and I'm blending the highlight, it's going to easily blend in and avoid any harsh lines. So yeah, let's go ahead and start blending. So I'll be using my smaller beauty blender to blend my contour, okay, and I'll be starting from the one on my nose. I'll be blending that. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm actually holding a smaller mirror here so that I can easily blend well. That's why I'm looking down. So I'm pinching the beauty blender to be able to blend that concealer well. So the contour on my nose has been blended. I'll blend the one on my jaw. When you're blending your contour, avoid bringing it very close to your mouth. You have to end where like your eyes begin. Can you guys see how different my face just looks? It just gives me some definition. For those of you who have like this double chin here, you could bring some of the contour down here just to, like, you know, cancel out that, to chisel this out. So yeah, we are done blending in our contour, and now it's time to blend our highlights. Okay, so I'm using the sponge I used to apply my Josham foundation to blend my highlight. I'm starting from my chin area. Although the Ezekiel concealer has been there for a while, I still blended it like no man's business. Like, it just blended so well. Now we're going to blend the one here. Make sure you're pressing it in gently, guys. You're not pressing it in so much. And I'm blending. Okay, so leaving your concealer under your eyes for some time will actually make it more tacky and giving it full coverage. So it's amazing how I don't even need to over blend this concealer again, and it's just blending so well, yet still remaining, giving me a full coverage something there. I'm bringing it above my eyes, and then that highlight, I'm blending it and taking it upwards so that it gives me like a long kind of, can you guys see that? I'm just blending and lift my eyes up so that I can get into all the creasing areas there, and then I'm bringing that highlight into my contour, just diffusing everything together so that everything marries and you hardly really tell where my highlight begins and where my contour begins. I just have like a shadow kind of halo something here. Well blended. Can you guys see that? So I'll be doing the same thing this way, blending my concealer, taking it a little bit into my nose because I have a little wider nose. If your nose is kind of just straight, you know, you don't need to do this. You just keep it under the eyes. So I'm blending and taking it upwards to make my face look longer. Now it's time to blend the forehead, and this is basically what I'm doing. Guys, if you have a big forehead, you don't really need to apply so much highlight on your forehead. You just need to apply a little bit, okay? You don't even, sometimes I don't even advise highlighting your forehead if your forehead is really humongous. So you don't need to do this on your forehead in case, but I actually have a small forehead, so I actually do this. I'm going into the areas where we contour, and I'm just blending that in so that we have no harsh lines. The secret to a very beautiful, flawless looking makeup is a well blended base, okay? And this forms, if your base is not well blended, it forms, and you apply powder, it forms patches everywhere, and you don't look glammed, you don't look amazing. Now it's time for my nose. You might be wondering why I left my nose last to blend. Is because I don't want the concealer on my nose to move that much. So while it's there, it's gonna stay, you know, in place. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so I'm blending that in. I've pinched the butt. In fact, let me use a smaller one, okay? So we have that. So yeah, I've blended my nose already. Can you guys see that? So I'll be going ahead again to further blend my contour because I feel like I have like two harsh lines coming down my nose. So I'm going to blend that again. I'm going to emphasize on the blend of the contour once more. I'm taking the contour right into my brows. I'm blending it again, making sure that I have no harsh lines whatsoever on my nose, okay? You don't want to have two long lines on your nose running down your nose. You don't want to have that. So in case you blend and you feel like your highlight has been lost, you can actually always go back and add some more concealer. Talking about highlighting, this is how you do your highlighting and your contouring, okay? If you would want it to be more darker here, if you want to do more highlighting, more contouring, you can actually go ahead and do it. But it actually looks good on camera, on pictures, but in real life, it doesn't look realistic when you have like a dark something coming down your cheekbones, coming down your nose. Just try to keep it simple. Try to make it look like it's there, but it's really not recognizable. I think I prefer it looking subtle, soft, and nice. Okay, just like this, like so. This is the best way to contour. This is just the best way. So to give my face some further oomph, okay, to give my face some more light, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Caramel. Okay, I'm going to be using the shade Caramel just to further give some light into my inner eyes. I love me a well highlighted inner eye, guys. So I'll just be popping that here and here. Yeah, maybe more on top of my nose. And then I'll go ahead to. So I'm going to be blending this highlight here, but I'll be making sure that I remain there. I'm not going to be moving a lot. We don't want to look white. We don't want to look so cakey, okay? So I'm just focusing it here. And mind you, this concealer in particular actually gets dries down so super fast. So you need to work really fast when blending it. When you're blending your concealer under your eyes, please try to look up. And I really advise you use a smaller beauty blender to do the blending so that you can actually get into all these areas. So can you guys see what it has instantly done? Like, yes, I had done my highlight, but it rather just added some, you know, more light to my face. So yeah. And yes, guys, that is how you do your contouring and your highlighting. So you can go ahead now and keep and continue with your powdering. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, and see you hopefully in my next video. Bye.